Next up is Suits. Over the summer, the legal drama became a major streaming success after it dropped on Netflix. The show that premiered back in 2011 has spent a whopping 11 weeks in the streamer's top 10 in the last few months, and now it just might be coming back in a brand new show. Yesterday, Deadline reporting that the series creator, Aaron Korsh, is in talks to develop a Suits offshoot for our parent company, NBC Universal. And I'm not going to use the word reboot because it's looking like that's not really the case. The source reporting this new project said it would the Suits would be like a universe, sort of like what they do with CSI.
The Suits universe.
The Suits universe, where shows exist apart from each other. Of course,
business casual.
This is the show that made Meghan Markle a household name before she ever became royal. No word on casting yet or when we're going to see it.
It's going to be leisure suits.
It's leisure suits, right? Pantsuits.
Tracksuit.
Netflix CEO Ted Sarandos has Meghan Markle's back. According to him, she's underestimated in her terms of influence on culture. He answered some questions around Meghan because, her new Netflix show has a lot of controversy behind it. I have not watched her new series on Netflix, but I've seen a lot of the backlash online, and especially in the comment sections of videos surrounding it. Variety asked, you just launched Meghan Markle's lifestyle series with Love Meghan, and you have a stake in her as ever business. You're making and distributing physical products from edible flowers to baking mixes. Is Netflix interested in e-commerce? Ted said, we're a passive partner of Meghan's company, and it's a big discovery model for us right now. So this is very much a business relationship. When he was asked if they bet on the right person, he said, I think Meghan is underestimated in terms of her influence on culture. When we dropped the trailer for the Harry and Meghan doc series in 2022, everything on screen was dissected in the press for days. The shoes she was wearing sold out all over the world. The Hermès blanket that was on the chair behind her sold out everywhere in the world. People are fascinated with Meghan Markle. She and Harry are overly dismissed. And again, this is a business relationship. They're testing out e-commerce for Netflix, which is a whole new ballgame. And it's a smart business move for Netflix for many reasons. For example, when I asked ChatGPT why Netflix testing out e-commerce is so important, this is what it tells me. First off, right now, Netflix is relying on a subscription revenue service model. But adding e-commerce allows them to monetize beyond subscriptions, creating new revenue from merchandise, collectibles, and exclusive products related to their original content. For example, think about those deeply engaged fan bases from like Stranger Things, Squid Games, Bridgerton. So then imagine watching a Netflix show and being able to click to buy outfits, furniture, or even groceries you're seeing on that show. So that's why Netflix is partnering with Meghan Markle and her new brand As Ever, so that they can try testing out selling those products. Because according to Ted, it tested out well when they launched Harry and Meghan back in 2022. I just thought that was pretty fascinating tidbit of information. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
It's your girl Kimberly, and we are back revisiting Meghan Sussex 2022 The Cut cover story by Allison P. Davis. Now, this interview does take place 3 years after Meghan and Harry have left their royal duties. I don't want to say left the royal family because this is still Harry's family. Now, this does take place in August, and this is all being done at Meghan and Harry's home in Montecito, California. Archie is there. He's 3 years old. He has like a stethoscope. He's like wants to play doctor with his mom. He's like, can I check your heart? Like, it's adorable. But we get right into it, and we talk about when Archie was born. Meghan says there's literally a structure by which if you want to release photos of your child as a member of the family, you have to give them to the Royal Rota. I'm not sure if I'm saying that's correct, but it's basically the UK media pool. Meaning if you want to release pictures of your child, you have to give them to these media outlets first. You can't just go on Instagram and post a picture of your child. And Meghan's like, wait, these people that were like, Harry's girl is straight out of Compton. She's not from Compton. She's like, why would I give the very people that are calling my children the N-word a photo of my child before I can share it with the people that love my child? Like, what are we talking about? And she's like, you tell me how that makes sense, then I'll play the game. Period, Meghan. And there should not be a single person, mother, anyone who doesn't understand why she wouldn't want to do that. And we get into what was agreed upon for them to have their exit. The couple could no longer make appearances on the Queen's behalf. They would no longer be permitted to use the HRH designation and would make their own money. For the first year, however, Prince Charles, who is now the king, was providing for them financially. But since the public was no longer bankrolling their lives or their security, it was really scary for them. The location of their home was literally leaked on the internet. And during the pandemic, Harry and Meghan could literally see men on boats watching them in their home from across the water. And again, they can't afford security at the time. This is the middle of the pandemic. They were not working. They are not being funded by the public anymore. So Tyler Perry ended up helping them. Meghan said that they had never even met, but he had reached out to them when she was getting married. He basically wrote her a letter and was like, listen, I'm praying for you and I understand what all of this means, the symbolic weight of your wedding. And he was like, if you ever need advice or support, call me. And Meghan was literally so hesitant and like so nervous. But at this point, there's literally people watching them in their homes. Their location is leaked. She needed help. And Tyler Perry literally comes through. He offers them a literal safe house in Beverly Hills, complete with security details. Bless that man. I wish I had these kind of friends. Which was like great for them because they wanted to start their life over in California anyways. And Meghan's like, we were actually looking in this area and this house kept popping up on online searches. I think it's crazy. Like, what do you mean online search? Is she on Zillow? Is Prince Harry on Zillow? And they didn't even want to visit it because she's like, at the time, we didn't have jobs. So we were just not going to come and see this house. It wasn't possible. It's like when I was younger and you're window shopping. It's like, I don't want to go and look at all the things that I can't afford that doesn't feel well. And that it was very humbling. But they did eventually tour the house and they were in love with it. By this time, they had a $25 million deal with Spotify and a $100 million deal with Netflix. So they could get it. They could get it. She says Harry saw these two palm trees when they first got there that were connected at the bottom. And he goes, see how they're connected at the bottom? My love, it's us. Is this like a British guy thing or is it just Harry? Because like men don't talk like this in America. And now every time Archie passes that palm tree, he's like, it's Mama and Papa. This is too cute. Where do I sign up for this lifestyle? Where do I sign up for a loving husband who loves and obsessed with me and cute son? Like, where can I sign up for this? What prayer did she say? Is this the Sierra prayer? Now, Meghan acknowledges that even though she has stepped back from her royal duties, she knows that people see her as the princess still. I do. That's my princess. That's the people's princess. She says it's important to be thoughtful about it because even with the Oprah interview, I was conscious of the fact that there are little girls that I meet and they're just like, oh my God, it's a real life princess. Little girls, Meghan, I'm 30. You are a real life princess. She says, I just look at all of them and think you have the power within you to create a life greater than any fairy tale you've ever read. I don't mean that in terms of you can marry a prince one day. I mean, you can find love, you can find happiness, you can be up against what could feel like the greatest obstacle, and then you can find happiness again. That's how a princess talks. That's a princess quote. And we get to hear this very adorable story that Harry tells. He's like, yesterday, the day before all of this is going on, Meghan was out for 10 hours doing the photo shoot for this cover story. And he was like left at home to his own devices. And he was, I'm imagining just bored. Like, where's my wife? He knew 10 hours. And when she comes home, she's just like, I am not a model. I'm a mom. Like, she was tired. She was stressed. And Harry's like, yes, you are. You can actually be both. Where is my Harry? I like ginger men. They're just so cute. They're literally like teaching their son about manners and like etiquette. And she's like, salt and pepper always pass together. You never move one without the other. Like me and Harry, we're salt and pepper. We always move together. I need to find corny love ASAP. I need to find my pepper. Or is it my salt? But let's get back to her being a princess, a literal princess. She's like, people still don't know how to act around me. They still think I'm a princess. She tells this really cute story how she took Archie to one of his classmates' birthday parties. And like everyone is shocked she shows up. And she's in the bouncy house. And there's like a 1-year-old in there by himself. And she's like, where's your mom? And the mom's on the outside of the bouncy castle. Like, I didn't know if I could come in. And she's like, yes, like, I am not a princess anymore. Like, I'm a person. Come in, be with your child. They also talk about their trip back to the UK for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in London. It was their first time appearing at a public event alongside the rest of the royal family since they had left. And while this is all going on, Meghan goes back to their cottage because she just wants to pack up a couple things that they left behind. The cottage, by the way, that they still own, which brings up the amount of public scrutiny they were under during the renovations of this cottage, which cost the taxpayers $3.2 million for the upgrade, which is definitely a fair complaint. However, Everyone in the royal family is funded by the taxpayers. All their lifestyles, all their houses, everything. Yet Meghan and Harry just were under so much fire about it. And it's mentioned they've since repaid the renovation costs. The reporting of their renovations was just part of the abuse coverage, the sort of headlines and allegedly true new items that led to the decline in her mental health. And they think that a lot of people felt that they could say whatever and bash them as much as they want because they were funding their lifestyle. But they didn't understand that Meghan and Harry actually wanted to work and they wanted to pay for their own life. But they were told by the firm that they were not allowed to work. But she was like, if we could just work and fund ourselves, like it would stop all this hate and all this noise. But the royal family said, no, deal with this bullying, I guess. And Meghan's like, because just by existing, we were upsetting the dynamic of the hierarchy. So we're leaving. And she's like, fine, let's go. Let's get out of here. Meghan says that what she was asking for wasn't like she was reinventing the wheel and was a handful of princes and princesses and dukes who have the very arrangement that they wanted. But for some reason is not something they were allowed to do, even though several other members of the family do the exact same thing. And are you ready for this? There was a study by the Sentinel release that found not only that the press around Meghan was disproportionately negative, but that 70% of hateful posts about her came from just 83 accounts that reached up to 17 million Twitter users. Only 83 accounts. And these 83 accounts are ruining this woman's life, and it's making it seem like the world hates her. It's literally 83 accounts. But this life they're living now is so much better. She's literally picking up her son from preschool, and he knows she's there before she even gets there. He literally drops his lunchbox down, and he's running towards her. And she's so happy to drop her son off at school, because if they were still in the UK, she would not be allowed to. She'd never be able to do a school pickup and drop off without it being a royal photo call with press pen of 40 people snapping pictures. And she's like, sorry, I have a problem with that. That doesn't make sense to me. And she's like, that doesn't make me obsessed with privacy. She's like, that just makes me a good, strong parent for wanting to protect my child. And period, she's right about that. She's a great mother. She has a beautiful life, a husband that loves her, and you are all very mad. I don't get it. But if you like this, comment, repost it, tell me. If you didn't, shh, and let me know what you'd like me to review next.
That gorgeous smile straight ahead. There it is. Ready for it.
Next to him, right here.
Right next to him. Right here on your right side. All the way back.
So right now, she plays a sexy yet serious Rachel Zane on USA's hit legal drama Suits and one of my favorite shows. But she's also a good friend of mine. Now, welcome to the show, Meghan Markle!
Thank you. Guys.
Now, we were just saying how we never have a moment to catch up because your schedule's so crazy, my schedule's so crazy, and this is how we catch up.
This is how we catch up. Literally, I know, it's like I text you saying, I'm going to see you tomorrow on your show. But I'm so happy
so
to
good.
be here.
I love you girls because all of you just say F you to winter all the time. You're wearing a sheer skirt.
I know.
It's adorable.
And, well, thank you.
So cute.
Thank you so much. And the open shoes. That's been the one thing because the wind has been so crazy, right?
I know. But wait, I want to ask you, though, because right now it's like literally 8 degrees in New York City. A fountain at Bryant Park froze over last night, and people were taking pictures. No, midstream. So people have been taking pictures of it. Yeah. But you live, like, you're an LA girl, but you live now 9 months of the year in Toronto.
That's right. We film Suits in Toronto. So we are there 9 months out of the year. So I miss my sunshine.
I know, but you're buried in snow, right?
Yeah.
Give us winter survival tips. How do you look good without putting on Uggs every day?
Well, yeah, exactly. They say that there's no bad weather, just bad clothing for it. If you're dressed well for it, you're not cold, right? So I think you just bundle up, and people just give you a pass when it's that cold. No one expects it. But the layers. You get inside, and then suddenly you're all perfectly polished and put together.
Yeah. Do you like Toronto?
I do. It's great. People are people are friendly. Yeah, they're just the nicest people in the world, and it's been such a good experience for us.
And she's the cutest dog with her too.
Bogart. Oh my!
What?
His name's Bogart.
Oh,
like
what kind
Humphrey.
of a dog is he?
He's a little rescue mutt. I got him in
sweet.
LA, so he's like a lab beagle mix. We think.
So it's your little piece of home with you. That's sweet.
So sweet. Okay, I also want to talk about your lifestyle website. You launched the TIG last year.
Yes, last May.
And it's been a huge hit. Like people are so responsive to you, and it's got a lot of like cooking and travel and fashion and beauty, like really just about you.
Yeah, it's an extension of the things that I just love, right? People would ask me like, where should I go for vacation, or what's the best place to have the hidden gem of perfect bite of food. So I interview Michelin star chefs, and we go and source out the best travel places, and of course have to be here for Fashion Week because the TIG does a lot of coverage for that too. So I just came from a show right here to hang out with you guys. But
so it's like your own little mini goop.
The thing that surprised me, no, it didn't surprise me, but it really saddened me, was just the immediate bitchy coverage of Harry and Meghan. I just couldn't bear it. And I don't really care what anyone thinks of Harry or Meghan, but I just think that it became the sort of centre point within 48 hours of whether she had walked the crowds, whether she was properly doing it, whether she was hugging people, whether the brothers could bear each other. And I just thought, if you respect the Queen in any sense at all, wouldn't you want her to feel that her children and her grandchildren and her great-grandchildren were just being sort of looked after a little?
Daily Mirror. Skirmishes became almost cat and mouse, with whole front pages devoted to stories the paper hadn't even published. And on one side at least, it all got pretty personal.
Mr. Morgan, why can't you simply leave Prince Harry alone?
We do leave Prince Harry alone. That's my fundamental point about this. We have left him alone the entire year, but they're now complaining about us, and I can't work it out.
The pressure was on Prince Charles's...
And along the way, Harry was collateral damage in terms of thrown under the bus with stories. And, when you think about it, Camilla is, nobody says it, but in terms, you could have been seen as the wicked stepmother.
Yeah,
and,
well, he almost said that in his book, yeah.
Yes, absolutely,
yeah.
And you can't blame. But, of course, for Charles, that's unforgivable because Camilla is non-negotiable. I mean, she's queen, for God's sake, when even the proper queen didn't want her to be. She wanted her to be queen consort. And Charles has overruled all of that.
Yeah, anyone comes for Camilla, that's where Charles...
In the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, paparazzi would be there, cameras in his face. But what would happen is the newspapers would have those shots from that one episode, and they would use them in that week's papers, but then they'd hang on to them and they'd chuck them into the paper a couple of weeks later. 3 weeks after that.
So his behaviour is being exaggerated by the way the press...
Precisely. They'd already written the narrative about Harry. He was the wild child, he was off the rails, the complete antithesis of his goody-two-shoes brother.
At the end of the day, he was only a teenager, had lost his mum at a very early age, was rebelling. He wasn't the only one. Prince William was getting drunk quite a lot himself. Nobody seemed to report about that. So there was an image of the good prince and the bad prince, and Harry got labelled the bad prince.
If the problem was Harry, as one senior courtier said to me, the solution was the army. But that wouldn't happen until he was 20, which meant the Royal Press Office...
Voila! Voila! Cheers. Cheers. Okay. Like that.
Am I Sussex squad now? Look, 1, 2, 3. Boom. I gotta be Sussex squad now. I mean, did we just become best friends?
So I watched With Love with Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and I don't know why people are talking about she is not relatable. She relates to me. She's a girl's girl. We would have a good time in the kitchen. Honey, invite me. Just invite me. Just invite me. I am so crazy, y'all. Wait. Why did I go and buy this dress? Okay? Why did I go and buy this dress? Because it is giving. It is giving brunch with the Duchess of Sussex. Just invite me. I would love to come to set. I don't care if we're not coming to your home. The set is enough for me. The house was beautiful. So please invite me. I would love to come. We will have a good old time.
All right, so I want to check something out. Okay, I want to see exactly how many cooking lifestyle shows are on Netflix. So I typed in cook. All right. And so let's check this out. Okay, how many cooking shows, lifestyle shows are on Netflix? There's our girl. And it appears that there's a lot. Okay. I mean, wow, look at that. Look at that. Taco Chronicles, I gotta check that one out. Paris Hilton had a cooking show. Wow. But y'all wasn't mad about that, huh? Mm-hmm. There's Martha Stewart. I actually watched her documentary series, and it was actually really good. Okay. Heavenly Bites of Mexico. Ooh, I love me some Mexican food. Gotta check that out. But I'm just saying, look at that, y'all. Look, for real, look at that. A lot of cooking lifestyle shows on Netflix. Let's go back up here. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Korean Fried Chicken Rhapsody. Woo! I gotta check that one out. Definitely gotta check that one out. That looks good. But, you know, my point is that there, look at that. This right here is With Love, Meghan's competition. It's not the movies, no. It's the cooking lifestyle shows, okay? That's what her true competition is. Okay, and there's a lot of competition on Netflix. Look at that. There's a lot. Iron Chef Brazil. Woo! Gotta check that one out. But, you know, my point is that there are a lot of cooking lifestyle shows on Netflix. Okay? There's a lot of them. Okay, so she's got plenty of competition. Okay? Woo, look at that. Look at that. I mean, that's a lot. Wow. I mean, it really is. But, you know, my point is, all right, this is my point, is that with y'all hands out of Netflix's pocket. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, just got myself some flowers for my house. You know, the simple thing, simple beauty, just to make my house pleasant, just to forget all the craziness going around. With love, Meghan. You inspire me, girl. You inspire me. Just got those flowers, and I'm gonna put them in a vase. Okay, just make sure that I've got the hand properly. Here. Okay, so I'm putting those around. Now I'm gonna put this in the middle, perpendicularly like this. They would open up in a few days, probably tomorrow or after tomorrow. Aren't they beautiful?
Morning friends, happy Sunday, and it's not the first time we've seen this headline or headlines similar to this, right? Kate has to treat William like a fourth child due to William's temper tantrums. This story has been circulating for a number of years in different guises with slightly different wording in different elements of the digital media. And remember, guys, the media always know more than we do. They might not be able to print it all for fear of legal and financial repercussions, but those journalists know what's really going on. What are they hinting at? Is there any credibility behind this story? I would 100% suggest there is. And the tantrums described in the media are actually much more severe, if you know what I'm saying, than the media portray. William wants this story to go away. It's not going to go away. There's more to it. The truth will come out at some point. We've all had our theories about Kate's illness. We all think there's more behind it. We think there's more behind it because the royal family exist by deception and misleading the media. I think the media are going to come out and sing like canaries. As ever, comments are open, guys. Have a brilliant Sunday. Let me know what you think. Morning, friends. Happy Sunday. And when is a day of work not actually a day of work? No, it's not a riddle from a Christmas cracker. It's where these two or any other member of the non-working, taxpayer-funded UK royal family are concerned. And it winds me off the clock that the media continue to propel the myths that this family actually works hard. So, a day of engagements in the royal diary, it was actually an hour of work. Now, obviously that excludes travel, but these two travel everywhere by helicopter in luxury. And as we all know, in the UK, being relatively small, helicopter travel is a bit of a valuable gift. You can generally get anywhere from London pretty quickly in a state-of-the-art £1 million helicopter that these two use. Media, tell the truth. If they had a limited diary of engagements on a day, call it out. Tell the British public that by your media services, what's actually happening. Let's get back to telling the truth in 2025 and 2026 and see where it gets us. As ever, guys, comments are open. Have a brilliant day. Let me know what you think.
I don't think that I will ever get over the phenomenon that is taking place in the Black community right now. Like, Black people are actively healing their nervous systems and resting, while at the exact same time, the world is literally and figuratively burning. We all literally woke up one day without exchanging a single word, no meeting, no organizing, and just collectively made the same exact decision. Almost as if a switch flipped off and we all became different people at the exact same time. We just woke up and collectively said no to any and everything outside of ourselves. I'm over the conversation and legitimately don't care, but occasionally discourse around the Black community's response to the election lands on my FYP, and people are still talking about this in a way that assumes our choices are out of spite, that we're proving a point by not showing up and saying no, but it feels bigger. It feels like something has clicked, and I don't know that it can unclicked. It's almost like we have ushered in a new social order, or just like a fact, you know, like the sky is blue, 2 + 2 is 4, and Black people no longer have the ability to show up for things, people, agendas outside of ourselves, not from a place of anger or resentment, but it just is who we are now. And it can't be influenced. It's no longer susceptible to race baiting, manipulation, the changed behavior of others. And it's this like inward and hyper focus on healing that allows us to be healthier and feeling more at peace in the midst of literal chaos than I've ever seen in my entire lifetime. And I am just, I'm consistently dumbfounded and intrigued, and would love to know from the, I don't know, like the social science baddies, the psychology baddies, like, what is this? What is this called? I like it.
We just want to thank you so much. Alexandra and I were driving in, and we couldn't believe what we were seeing. It was like a madhouse. I mean, lines all over the place. It was like, you know, the Super Bowl or something. It turns out, I am told that we had some 15,000 people. In fact, not only could we not get everybody into the arena, they turned people away from the overflow crowd. They couldn't accommodate. And I want to just say, if you think that Trump and his friends are not watching this, you're mistaken.
Biggest crowd size they've ever seen.
What they want to believe is that people support the horrible things that they're doing right now. We're showing right here in Phoenix and Tempe that is not the case. The people are prepared to stand up and fight back. You got a congressman nearby who I think does not quite like to have town meetings, right? When you got to demand it, and everybody in his district has got to know that he's afraid to meet his constituents.
He called the police on everybody. Yeah.
Well,
He called the police and had tow trucks at his office.
All right, they're nervous. They're suffering from some anxiety there. And he's going to suffer more when he sees the papers tomorrow. All right, so thank you again. You're playing a great role. We got to keep it going. We need that sense of community. There are a lot more of us than there are of them.
Amen.
And let me now introduce you, the great Congresswoman for the state of New York.
It's just such an honor to be here in Arizona with each and every one of you all. You know, as Bernie said, well, actually, even earlier today, we were in Las Vegas, and on a Thursday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, we had more people at that rally than Donald Trump ever did. And today, I believe we had a record-setting a crowd as well. What's so important is that this is just now, right? Like, there's no cycle. This is people coming together, trying to mobilize in every way that they can, electorally and non-electorally as well, coming together. And so I just want to encourage you all. I want to thank you all for the work that you do. I want to encourage you to stay in the game, stay in the fight. Do not be dissuaded. Do not be discouraged. This is going to be a tough time. It already is a tough time. But we're here to protect each other, and we're here to build and build and build.
Just give me 2 minutes of your time. Did you see Michael Moore on MSNBC talking with Ari Melber? He was talking about Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And in his words, what they are doing is barnstorming this country with a very important message that is resonating, in Bernie Sanders' own words, unlike anything he's ever seen. The turnout that him and AOC had in Colorado, just in the last 2 days, he said it was the biggest he's ever seen. A man who had the most unprecedented political movement we have ever seen. And it is my belief that Michael Moore talking about this isn't just about oligarchy versus democracy. It's about something much bigger that many of us have been talking about since the day of or after the big contest. And that is that they don't need to say what happened, that we feel what happened, that we know that there wasn't something quite right with the results of that contest, because they are showing the turnout itself is not just a subtle message that we had that before, but that is what we have had. And that is what we had when that contest took place. And it was taken from us. The message is, this doesn't happen overnight. This has been happening for a long time. And when that contest came around, we had the support, we had the numbers. And they're proving it right now.
If you're waiting for the cavalry of black people to show up, we're not coming. We're not coming. The only thing we're going to do is vote. We're going to sit back and watch it burn. Yes, we know we're going to get burned too, but we've always been burned and we will survive. Y'all got to do the work. We're not coming. We have put down our swords. We have no more tanks. We have no more protests. The only thing we're really going to do is just vote and boycott. That's it. We're not going in the street to protest so they can declare martial law on us and knock our head between the washer and dryer. We're not coming. Please stop calling our names. We're not going to be out there. I see a lot of protests in the world, and I see a lot of non-black people out there. Keep up the good work, but we're not coming. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, but I'm sorry. But we're not coming.
In the hundreds of rallies that I have done, we have never, ever had a rally as large as this.
Now you have this Congresswoman Crockett who is calling for attacks on Elon Musk on her birthday. Let's take him out on my birthday, she says. And yet she turns and says, oh, I'm not calling for violence. Well, she is an elected public official, and so she needs to tread very carefully.
So I'm actually going to say that I participated in a Tesla takedown. That is the name of the website. And it was all about this large protest that they're calling for, and this is a nonviolent protest. One of the things that I told people to do is make sure you are adhering to the laws in your area. Make sure you know what it looks like to protest and to be able to raise your voices and to exercise your constitutional right to free speech. And what we see is that they want to dull our free speech rights. I just want to say that I have never promoted violence whatsoever, yet I've also never made excuse for those violent actors such as the ones on January 6th. So Pam Bondi, if you have an issue with terrorism, maybe you should talk to your boss about locking back up those guys that he let out that participated in January 6th.
Now, before I make this video, I want to give y'all context. Go look up Judge Joe Brown on Jasmine Crockett, and you'll know why I'm making this video. Now, Judge Joe Brown, don't you ever, in your 73 years of life, try to come for Jasmine Crockett, you weak, spineless, ignorant, uneducated black man. You just mad because Jasmine Crockett is doing what you're too fucking weak to do, and that's stand up for your fucking people. We know you spend most of your time in the bathrooms on your knees for the white man. We know. That's why the world don't look to you to save this country. They look to strong black women because they know you're weak and you're easily bought. That's exactly why. So before you want to speak on her and speak on how she looks, you need to take one good look at your fucking wife. That's what you need to do since you want to go personal. Y'all are so fucking weak and so fucking cowardly that the black women have to stand up and try to save this fucking country because you're too weak to do it. You're easily bought. Only thing they have to do is spread a little money in front of you black weak men, and all you're going to do is take the money and sell out your fucking people. That's why black women have to stand up and they have to speak out, and you want to sit up and ridicule her for standing up for us? Something that you won't fucking do, you fucking coward? Really? You're over there on a podcast selling out and running your motherfucking mouth because you're a millionaire and you got good money, so you living well, so you don't give a fuck about the fucking black man or the black women. You don't give a fuck because you're comfortable. You're comfortable, and you're mad at her because she's standing up to the white man that you're too afraid to stand up to. So the next time you fucking want to come for Jasmine Crockett,
white people can organize to help us get Trump out of office and to redirect and correct everything. Them organizing for January the 6th shows us that they can organize and do what needs to be done. They're just choosing not to. They're still way too comfortable. They're whining, they're bitching at everything that's coming down every day at the breaking news. But y'all are still not mad enough because it's not affecting you enough. We will continue to wait. We see you, allies, as you say.
And this way, please.
And the sun came out.
How are you? What is she doing?
Hello?
They are more than enough.
Can you move?
Don't let anybody ever tell you otherwise. I wouldn't be here if I believed what the naysayers said. And the only people that are ever talking are the people that are haters.
Oh, is she with her?
No,
Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay, I got it.
So, we got to ask you. I spoke to you last week.
Yeah.
Miss Crockett, we got to ask you, right?
Y'all make sure y'all go vote.
That's right.
Go vote. Listen, I know you may feel way about the current administration, but if you want me to be successful, if you want the policies that I fight for every single day, which are for everyday working people, it's going to take all of us, and it's going to take you voting on every single level. Not just for president, not just for...
Can we get a photo?
Quick fashion shot this way, Senator.
Senator? Can we get a photo? Can we get a photo?
Can we get a quick fashion shot?
Come on, Jason. News mouth.
Oh, she got Eric.
Can we get a... Oh, fuck.
You got the fan. Yeah. Good luck selling that.
I love my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? To all my new subscribers, you're welcome, and my returning subscribers, you all know I love you. Yeah, you know, I just love seeing these people coming out here to defend our princess. Yes, I just love it so much. It just happens like a few months ago. Remember, these people said Netflix was gonna cancel all Princess Meghan shows and Prince Harry's shows, all of those. They were gonna be thrown away. Their contract was gonna go in water. But meanwhile, they already got paid all those millions, guys. Y'all sitting down there because y'all don't know the business. Remember, this same Netflix CEO got paid, got tricked. I don't know what is the correct term. Maybe bribed by Charlie Boy. Charlie Boy called that guy at his palace, the Buckingham Palace, and gave him one of them medals. I don't know, those are nonsense medals. You know, all the medals these people got are the medals they got from stealing from us. Those are the medals these people really got. You know, they got medals from stealing from blacks and brown people. Y'all need to send back our crowns. Yes, all those crown jewels, wherever y'all got all those diamonds there. Send all those ones. All our beads, all got those precious stuff y'all got on there. Send them back where they came from, because they don't belong to y'all guys. Where did y'all guys dig all those diamonds from? Show us the diamond mine in Edinburgh. Show us the diamond mine in Wales. All we know we all got in Wales there are the seaweed. Do you make jewels from seaweed? Which one? And one of them places there, they got a tonic, and that tonic, I discovered that tonic thing, gin tonic, brother. I was thinking all this while that gin tonic was some kind of sweet, some kind of something drink, brother. That thing is actually hot liquor, equivalent to the Ruski Standard. That thing ain't no joke. Vodka.com. That's what those people have on up there. They ain't got no minerals. They ain't got no minerals to make no damn jewels. Pearls that belong to our seas, our oceans. Y'all need to send all those ones back. Send all every stolen jewels from India, from Africa, from all those places. Send them back. So y'all get medals for stealing. Absolutely for doing nothing good for people, for the humanity. And Charlie Boy called this Netflix CEO and gave him one of them medals, and the brother went there, smiled. He's so cute. God bless you, my brother-in-law. Yeah, he's my brother-in-law. He's married to my black sister. What you want? Right now here, when you touch one of us, you're gonna touch all the 92%ers. We don't play no more, and we're not playing with all of y'all guys BS anymore. You've been pulling this shit on us for so long. Right now it's not working anymore. The brother came out and told y'all guys don't value Princess Meghan enough. Everything that she touches turns into gold. She wears a sweater, the sweater sells out of storage. She wears a shoe, the shoe sells out of storage. She wears a jewelry sold anything with the Mambo's name? That stinky ass bag that you guys have down there? Has she ever sold anything with all the man boy coats that she wears? Does anybody buy them? I like to wear some of those coats too, but guess what? Not everybody like to wear them. The people don't wear them out here for relax, looking cute like females, looking cute and looking beautiful. She be looking like those Qatar Airline flight attendant. But guess what? I told you that's the image she was born to see. The first image she saw when she was born, her mama was serving those crackers and cookies, crackers and sardines over there on British Airways. I don't know if she was even working for British Airways. There might be some kind of local airplane that used to go to Buckinghamshire. That's probably the one she used to work on, because that face doesn't really look like a British airline-y kind. I'm talking about a Carol's face. See that face? That face don't really look British Airlines stuff. It looks like a local, what do you call these ones here? Those are local, whatever, airlines. What do you call them? Drop the name down here below. South and West, Southwest. Is that what you call those little airplanes? The equivalency of airplane that Carol Middleton used to cover. I don't like that lady. She started all this nonsense here. Had she not given birth to this wicked girl, the meanest girl on the planet, Mambos, middle bum, all this, we would not even be here talking about all the craziness that are, damn, it doesn't even look like us. All these people got me cursing. I don't even like to say some bad words, but those people got me saying all bad words that I can say because of the hate. I can't let you just hate on my sisters. I can't just watch y'all guys messing up with my blood. Them little Archie might be too white to y'all guys, but guess what? They got my DNA in them too. The same sub-Saharan DNA in all of us out here. So don't be pulling you nonsense on those kids either, because we're gonna come, we're gonna drag y'all guys through the floor. Yeah, Auntie Rose doesn't play. No, I don't. I don't play when you're playing with my people. I'll show up and you ain't gonna like me. I don't know what's going on there. Somebody probably just messed up, and some of them people be going work in the morning and they don't be watching really the road really good. Let me turn this a little thing of mine here so y'all could see. Can you guys hear what them police officers are saying down there? Yeah, I don't know. I can't hear anything. Maybe y'all guys can tell what they're talking about, because some of y'all guys be lips reading. You be lip reading people's lips, especially these royal roader. They call themselves expert. They're experts actually on BS. They are experts in hate. If I was one of them, I was gonna quit that job. The job that I'm getting paid for with a minimum wage, to hate on such a beautiful soul. Meghan Sussex. How can you even hate somebody like Prince Harry? How can you hate such a wonderful, lovely, sweet people? I mean, there's nothing wrong that the world has ever said about these two. It's always these people in the UK, the tabloids, and some of them are a few uneducated haters from the bushes. And when they open them damn mouth and speak them damn own language, English, you can't even tell if they're speaking English. And I like to hear some of them when they do call on what's the brother's name, James O'Brien shows. Yeah, I like to hear some of them haters, and I like to hear how James O'Brien calls them mofos out, or he drugs them. He doesn't play with none of them. And I love how the Minister of Hacks, Martin, drugs these people. You can't be getting people's money for free, eating from people's kitchen, and then treat them like a BS. That's why they're gonna come and tell you, not my king. And next thing you know, they're dragging you across the street like a Martin does on Ministry of Hacks. Brother doesn't play with you. He's pissed. It's the majority of those people in the UK, they're pissed about it, because you know what? Their monarchy is a dictatorship. You can't say anything bad, because otherwise, before you know, somebody's gonna be knocking at your door. Did y'all see last time what Bulliam did? Bulliam was riding a bicycle in one of them forests there. And one of them, those people called them tabloids, went by. They tried to snap some pictures, and Bulliam just showed y'all guys what an asshole he really is. He went swinging on that guy there like he's, I'm gonna call police, I'm gonna call this and this, I'm gonna call this and this, and that motherfucker gonna be future king. He ain't gonna be no that king, not under my watch. I be talking to the guy upstairs. God, are you listening? Yeah, you know we be gossiping together. You listening? You better listen. Yeah. You better join the gossip. That guy there, that mean boy, the mean boy with 2 pieces of hair, you know what to do. You know what to do with his descendants. It's a few of them. You know what to do. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So did y'all guys see that these people there talking about the suits coming back? And baby, that suits is gonna be so popular, because guess what? Our Black Queen made it popular. Every single thing that Meghan touches, every single thing that she does turns it into brillante. Yes. Zolota. That's what you call gold in Russian. Zolota. And you call diamond brilliant. The brilliant. Yep. Everything Meghan touches turns it into gold. Hallelujah. Everything Mambo's touches, it turns into the soft shoes. She is so terrible, like her mama Caro middle ball. Amen. What else? So the suits are coming back, y'all. We gonna see how it's gonna be. You are gonna get that Meghan sauce in that suit there. Yeah, I'd be so happy if Princess Meghan goes back there and they show on the show. Yeah, Meghan, if you listening, you need to give those people like the piece of medicine that they've been giving you all this while. You know, if I were you, I was gonna call the suits, tell them, guess what, put me on my Retrozan. I'm back. I want to show them, my foes, that I don't need them to be popular. I was popular, and I'm going to remain popular, and I'm going to show them how good of an actress I am. I'm going to show them this on this season. And when these people from the UK try to pull them nonsense on you, call them mama's name and cursing them out. Girl, Meghan, you need to come. You need to come to Colorado. You need to come hang out with me for a little bit. You need to come take some lesson. You know, these people, whenever they play with people, they used to tell us about Michelle Obama used to tell us, like, when they go low, go high. I tell you, when they go low, go lower. Go on, down, and low again. Lower yourself like a motherfucker. Don't play with these people. We shall overcome did not work with Martin Luther King. We shall overcome never worked with our ancestors in Africa. Still, these people are looting us still today. What are you talking about? We shall overcome doesn't work. Meghan, guess what? I got lots of rooms. Yes. I got 4 bedrooms empty right now in my house. So your daughter, your son, you and your husband, both of y'all guys got rooms in my house. Y'all need to come visit me down here. You need a little bit of lesson. I'll be your little auntie. I'll be your little auntie for a minute. Because you being too nice to them folks. You gotta stop being too nice. Call them out. I like you kind of popping up and saying 2, 3 words. But you need to say more. You need to come hang out with me. About next week, I'm gonna be off work. So you need to come hang out with, okay? I love you. I love y'all guys, my Success Squad, and please go subscribe to Isabella Back's channel, subscribe to my brother Baron's channel on the Royal Success. Let's get the brother to 100,000 subscribers, and let's get my queen Isabella Banks to 10,000 subscribers. She has something that she's planning to do, y'all. Can you guys just help? And be humble enough to take this video of mine here and drop it on other platforms like Facebook. Let's get me to some kind of good numbers there. Let's get some views, guys. We're getting all the subscriptions out here. We're getting the subscribers, but we're not getting no views. Means my message ain't reaching lots of people out there. And I do encourage you, all of y'all guys who are able to open your own channels. If you can't do it, come contact me. I'm going to help you open one. Let's open more success-friendly channels. Let's bring more of us here. All the loud mouths, come on out here. Let's fight in this together. I'm going to talk to y'all guys again tomorrow. Bye for now. I love you.